What's going on, Rockstar? How's everyone doing today? Hold on, let me get some on. There we go. My co buddy wasn't on. He got kicked off and had to jump up and get him on here real quick. But hey guys, welcome to Hey Rockstar, episode 5, a rock ballad for Heavy J. Hey Rockstar is affiliated with Low Budget Productions, and where you can find a lot of good products, a lot of good not products, but a lot of good podcasts and other entertainment things to kind of help you throughout your week, with great shows such as Training Wheels Not Included, Educated Zombies, Whale with a Cup of Joe, and Revived. So, as you know, this is the part of the show where we like to get you guys to call out your friends, to invite them to join on right now. So here's what we're going to do. Got a little special something for y'all. Miguel picked this out. We're going to watch an old cover song that Low Budget actually helped me do back in 2014. Yeah. So while this is going, I encourage you to get your smart devices out and start sending your friends. So go ahead and like it, subscribe, and share this to everyone you know.
People get ready, there's a train a-comin'. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear those diesels humming. Don't need no ticket, just thank the Lord. People get ready for the train to Jordan. It's picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key, open those doors and board them. There's room for all among the loved the most. There ain't no room for the hopeless sinner who would hurt all mankind just to save his own. Have pity on those whose chances are thinner, 'cause there's no hiding place from the kingdom's throne. So people get ready, there's a train a-comin', yeah. You don't need no baggage, no, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear those diesels humming. You don't need no ticket now, you just gotta thank the Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Oh man. And my phone is on silent, so I thank you guys for telling me now that I saw it. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I am such a noob. All right, so you know what? Let's just go and retell my story. Man, and I poured my heart out. I shared my soul with you guys. Miguel, you let me down. Why didn't you tell me that was muted? Miguel's asleep back there. He doesn't care. Uh, let's see who's still with me. Oh, nice. Caesar, Vindy. Jonathan. Todos aquí todavía escuchándome, por favor. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I just did that. You know what? It's okay. Oh, yeah. Thank you, guys. I just noticed that my mic has been muted this whole time. All right. Take two. Oh man, I don't even know how to go about this other than just laugh at myself because this is hilarious. All right, let's go back. For those of you who are still with me, actually, let me get my phone. Make sure I haven't lost anyone else. Thanks. Yep. Oh gosh, y'all. So next time that happens, I give my producers and my co-people permission to call me, because at least my phone will show me that someone's called me, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And then I can look and like, all right, cool. Danny, we need to talk. Congratulations, I voted for you. For those of you guys who don't know, Danny has a YouTube channel for. I just voted for you today, but A Need to Bake. I love the name, but I would love to have you on my show, Danny. So vamos a ponernos de acuerdo un día de eso para ver si te podemos poner en vivo, and I will remember to unmute it. All right, guys. So let's go back. Let's go back to everything that's going on. Hello, Michelle. Hello. And actually, I didn't have the banners on, or I didn't have the comments on here because I had the banners going on. I'm about to share a story. So today's, let me start from the beginning. Welcome to Hey Rockstar, episode 5, a rock ballad for Heavy J. Guys, growing up, I had a term of endearment. My dad called me this. My siblings called me this, but they would call me Gordito. And to this day, whenever I call my dad, he's like, Gordito, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Now, for those of you who don't know or who don't speak Spanish, the word ito added, or even ita added to any kind of word is like a term of endearment. But a literal translation, gordo means fat. And ito pretty much says my little fat boy. my gordita, my little fat girl. You know, hermanito, my little brother or my dear brother. You know, you get the gist. Now, I could go on and say how, you know, it's their fault because they were speaking this into my life. They were speaking it, and I became what they spoke over me. Heavy J. The name Heavy J comes from 5th grade. One of our coaches, my coach, was giving nicknames to everyone. And whenever I came up, and I was very musically inclined, and I was involved in a lot of the pageants there at school. And coach was like, you know, we need to give you like a rapper name. I'm going to start calling you Heavy J. And it was pretty cool. Like, Heavy J's here to stay, you know, whatever. I really wasn't a rapper, but that was where the name Heavy J came from. Now, I know that those of you who have been coming to Hey Rockstar know that we focus on 5 areas of growth, or 5 areas where you can add value, become better at yourself. And it's physical, spiritual, mental, social, and financial. Today, I'm going to focus more on the physical aspect with this story. Between high school and college, I think that's like the last years of my high school, entering into college is when I was like my peak best physically. I had trimmed down. I was no longer gordito. I actually had people calling me flaquito or musculito, whatever. I don't know how you say muscular, because so I was really involved in athletics. I was playing basketball. I was playing football. I was riding my bicycle. I was really involved in doing competitive volleyball. That was just some things that I was just really active in doing. And then oh, and actually, it was during my junior year during my freshman and sophomore year when I was doing junior college. One of my cousins got me involved in bodybuilding and eating healthier and just getting the proteins, getting the creatines, and just getting the bulk. And I got stronger and while I was getting a great physique. And so whenever I transferred to the university up in Dallas, they had a football program, and I'm like, I'm gonna join. I want to play. I didn't get to play high school football so much, so I'm like, why not play college? And so I did. I did my, I guess, sophomore and junior year. I played football, and it was during the end of my junior year though that I messed up an ACL and MCL. And so that was it for full contact sports. Now I was getting some kind of I made a difficult decision. I decided not to play my senior year. I decided instead to work because although I was getting a scholarship for playing, it wasn't enough to cover, or wouldn't have been enough to cover, any kind of serious medical bills because I really wasn't insured at the time either. And so that was my fault. No, so I decided, you know what, instead of pushing it longer and risking getting hurt and having to do serious, serious operation, I just decided just to work and pay off my last year. And doing that though, I started doubling up my classes, doing 21 hours, and I even did summer classes, and I was able to shave off a whole semester off of my year and graduate early in my senior year. And I saved about 10 grand by doing that little move. But anyway, I hear about the deal about college football though. When I showed up, I was 6 foot, I weighed about 250, and I was pretty good. I felt good. But coach is like, you know what? You're strong, but we just need you bigger. Because I was one of the little guys on the team. There's men bigger than me by the time I got to college level. And so what that meant is work out as much as I could, but the rest of it, we ate. And I changed my diet to eat carbs, to fatten up, to just get bigger, bulk up. And so by the time I graduated college, and whenever I ended my football career, I continued on with that bad diet. And so I wasn't as physically active, but I kept eating like I was. And I remember graduating Southwestern weighing about 280. And that's kind of where I stayed for the longest term of my life, 280. I joined SMR, Strategic Mission Resources, and I started traveling with them and working with them. And it was somewhere, of course, when you're traveling, you do more sitting than you do actually walking. So, and of course, a lot of snacking, and you just got to try all the sweet things you find around the world. It's just good. Slowly, 280 went to 290, 295. And I remember when I hit 300, freaked me out. I didn't know I could get that heavy. Of course, I know that there's people who could get heavier and have been heavier. I just didn't know I could. And it did scare me for a minute. But then I remember it was at 300, though, that I did a fantastic feat. There was a group of 8 of us who did a fundraiser to raise money for missions. And the goal was to ride road bicycles, from Lubbock to El Paso in 3 days, 100 miles every day. I remember when I finished my first century on that first day, I was blown away. I didn't know I could do it. I didn't know a guy my physical shape, my heaviness, could actually do it. Now, I wouldn't say I was the first or the fastest. A lot of times I was the last one in the race, in the pack, but I finished it. And actually, the last day, we started on the top of the Guadalupe Mountains, and at that point, for the first 10, 15 miles, it was all downhill. I was leading the pack. There was actually times when I hit speeds of 55 miles per hour on that bicycle. Scary, very scary. But then I hit a straightaway, and for about another 15, 20 miles, it was just straightaway, and I just kept the cadence going. About 30 miles per hour. Just kept that cadence going. And it was good. It was amazing. And then I stopped for lunch, and that's what killed me, because afterwards, to get back up, I became the last person again. But anyway, we finished 300 miles, and I did that weighing 300 pounds. 300 miles at 300 pounds. But it was such a feat that I didn't really think too much about, oh, well, I need to watch myself, because I can do stuff like that. In my mind, I was still physically fit. I was still playing volleyball. I was still very agile for a big boy. Kept it up. And then as I continued on and working with SMR, I was riding my bicycle, but not as much. And of course, I was eating as though I was young again. I was eating as though I was still physically active. And then I remember when I actually transferred in my last year in they stationed me in Central Mexico, and I had created bad habits where I would eat whatever I could, whatever I wanted to. I mean, and I would even go to fruit stands and get like mangoes and pineapples and oranges and have a whole bowl, because it's healthy, right? But I would sit down and I'd eat the whole thing for breakfast. It was a lot of sugar. And then I had a tradition every night on my way home. I stopped by a little convenience store right next door to where I was living at, and I would get me a bag of not nachos, of chicharrones, but it's not the chicharrones we're used to. It's more like basically fried flour, drizzle some hot sauce on it, and then I would get me some pingüinos, which is the Mexican version of like Debbie Little Hostess cakes, little cream cupcakes, chocolate cupcakes. And that was my tradition. Every night I'd go get me that, and go home, and I grab either a Coca-Cola and glass bottle, because something about Mexican Coca-Cola is when you take that first sip, it gets stuck right here, and it slowly goes down. But once it goes down, the rest just goes down easy. It's one of the best Cokes out there. And then I remember that's when they started bringing in Dr. Pepper into Mexico, and of course I'd have to get that too, because this boy's from Texas and he needed his Dr. Pepper. Well, my discipline was lacking, and although I would walk a lot, I just kept pouring in sugar every night, as though nothing was happening, and my weight was gradually going up. And I remember at one particular time when I was on the bus right into town, I was sitting there as I could, kind of just falling asleep. I would fall asleep on the bus as it would take me to town. And at this particular time, I heard these kids laughing. These two little kids laughing. And they were looking at me, and they're like laughing, like, está gordo, y yo le vi, mira, está panzón. Basically they're saying, oh, look, he's fat, and I saw him first. Look how fat he is. And I knew they were talking about me. And I had my backpack, and I just kind of hid it over my belly, and I didn't know at what moment or how. I know it didn't happen overnight. It was a lot of little moments of me just not taking care of myself that I had gone up. And at that point, that's when I hit 355. And it was a struggle from then. 360 was actually the heaviest I've ever been. And I started yo-yo dieting. When I got back from the States, I got back to the States, I was on this side, and I was trying to be physically active. I was trying to do things. I was doing crash diets, yo-yo diets, and I would lose 5 pounds, gain 20, or gain 10. It was just going up, and it was like another. I just couldn't figure out what's going on. I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong, and it really messed with me. And thankfully, though, I had gotten involved in the arts. I've gotten involved in acting and filmmaking, and that helped give me confidence. But yet I was still just struggling hard. And then 2014, that's when we shot that video that you guys saw earlier. People, get ready. If you can see in the face, I'm a lot chubbier than I am today. But I'm gonna show you. That's where we come into the video. This little Wink Eye Care commercial that I did. It's one of the last things I did before I left Dallas Fort Worth. To tell you, in this commercial, I play a father taking his daughter to get her glasses done. So I give you permission to stare at me.
Dad.
You'll look great in glasses.
But what if I don't like them? What if the doctor is scary? What if people call me names? What if...
Dr. Trent's the best. Besides, you don't see anyone calling me names. We'll find you the perfect pair. You'll see.
Carla, I'm Dr. Ken. It's nice to meet you.
You see, Mom, I can be a good father. Just kidding. Fun fact, Dr. I forgot his name. The guy who owns Wink Eye Care, he's actually he was a DJ, and that was some of his music, I believe, that he composed for that. But he's also a DJ at night, eye doctor in the day, DJ at night. And the girl who played Carla, she was a great actress. We actually met on another set. And when we both auditioned, like, hey, I remember talking to you guys, and it was pretty cool. I love that world. So anyway, when I finally felt I needed to just get out of Texas, I felt it was time for me to move on, and I came to Nashville. I weighed my heaviest, 360 pounds. But I was looking for a change of scenery. I was looking for something new. I was looking for something to do. I will tell you this, that one of the first jobs I ever did was pedicabbing. Downtown, little trike bikes. I lost my first 20 pounds on that gig alone. And it's taken a while. It's taken a while. What I had to do with a change of scenery was, first of all, I had to change my mindset. I had to change the way I viewed food, the way I viewed things, and also become as physically active, because I was still able to work. I was still able to get up and jump and do all this stuff, but it became it. I couldn't go back to setting huge goals like I used to back when I was in college and high school and trying to meet those goals. I had to change something. And a lot of the spirit of the 5 is to do subtle change in your habits daily towards those goals. Now, I will tell you now, guys, today I'm not anywhere near I want to be, or I would love to be back to at least 250, back my college weight. But I've been able to go down, and right now I'm fluctuating between 275 to 85. So it's in that range. Depends on whatever I've been eating, what I haven't been eating. Also, I learned to implement intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting has helped me, has helped to keep off the weight I have lost. And actually, another fun story, my first time I ever did a 21-day fast was here in Nashville. It was during one of our prayer times. I challenged myself to do 10 days, and after I did 10 days, my hunger just left me, and I just felt, let's keep going. And I remember when I hit those 21 days, my roommate was like, why don't you just go for 40? Like, no. I mean, I'm not Jesus or anything. I mean, but anyway, it was such an accomplishment, but just the possibility. And the only reason I even tried this is because I had heard a story about a man who went a whole year without eating. He weighed like, I think 400 or 500 pounds. And of course, he had supervision with his medical, but he decided, I'm just going to let my body use the energy, the stored resources that I have. And he went one entire year. But of course, he would drink water and drink vitamins. But other than that, he would not eat anything else. And he lost like 200 pounds or something like that. It's something, or even maybe 300. He lost quite a significant amount. So I knew that I wasn't going to die for doing a 21-day fast. But anyway, going back to the 5 points, and what I would like to recommend is my goals have changed. I've actually have simpler goals for my physical journey, and I'm going to share those with you because as I age gracefully, physically, my goals have changed with me. And the first goal that I have is I just want to be comfortable and confident in whatever I wear. Now, there's some days where the shirt fits a little tight, and some days where the shirt fits snug. But even there's been shirts that I've had to get rid of just because I've lost so much weight that it fits me, but it just looks weird. And fun fact, or not fun fact, the shirt that I'm wearing in that commercial, I believe was the only time I ever wore a 4X. That was the biggest shirt I ever owned. And then for the longest time, I was between 3 and 2. And eventually, I remember when I got rid of all my 3Xs, and now I'm between 2 and 1X, and it's comfortable. Of course, different people wear different size. So, but my first goal that I have personally is that I want to be comfortable and confident in whatever I choose to wear. The second goal that I have is that I want to be able to get up, move, and participate in life. Now, I remember when I was heavier, and especially around Christmas time at the house, and my niece and nephews were there playing games, and they wanted to get up and jump and do, and I just like, oh no, you guys are okay. I'm just gonna sit here because it kind of hurts to move sometimes. And so, no, I don't want that. I want to be a participant in this life. I don't want to see it go by. And so, the other goal that I have is I want to be able. Oh yeah, here's the most important one, and I want to be able to eat without guilt. You see, there are times when I go out and people invite me to go out to eat a burger and fries or tater tots, a milkshake, whatever. I have okay. Let me go back. I have developed these disciplines because these help motivate me to get up early in the morning to do my physical exercise, to make healthy choices, to eat smarter as much as I can, to cook more rather than eat out more. Or to make different choices instead of trying to be the Josafat of college and high school. I'm now the Josafat that's gonna continue on. And these goals, they might not be so much for everyone, but it's enough for me. Whenever I get up and I don't want to get on my bike to go on my 10 to 20 mile ride in the mornings, especially now that Nashville is darker at 6 in the morning and it's been raining, sometimes I don't want to ride my bike out there, but I think to myself, why am I doing this? Because I want to be comfortable and confident in what I choose to wear. I want to be able to get up and participate in life, and I want to be able to eat without feeling guilt. And so I go and do this. And then on days when I go lift, I go and lift heavy and I build muscle because, again, these are my goals. As long as I remain physical and faithful and disciplined, like I shared earlier in the motivation today, last week, motivation is not the main thing we need to search for, but we need to develop discipline. Discipline is the vehicle that'll get you there. Motivation is enough gas to turn on the fire, but motivation is the gas and the fire that'll turn you on. But discipline is the actual vehicle that'll get you to the goals that you want to get. So I have my discipline to get up, to do my stretches, to do my cardiovascular or my aerobic exercise, and then on the 2-3 days go and lift the weights, because I want to continue to be comfortable and confident in what I wear. I want to continue to participate in life, get up and move when I want to, get up and dance. I have some friends who they say, no, I don't know how to dance, but the truth is they're just out of shape and they're embarrassed to get up there and show that they're out of shape. I want to get up and make a fool of myself. And I want to be able to eat without guilt. I want to go home on Thanksgiving, and if they say there's turkey and pie and such, you know what, that day I will indulge, I will enjoy, because the next day I will start with an intermittent fasting, let my body reset, and then just start making healthier choices. So I simplified my goals. And so, guys, that is the rock ballad for Heavy J. It was a name given to me. It's endearment. It doesn't haunt me. It's part of my life. It's part of my story. This episode has been a little longer than usual because we had to reset a few things. So again, I want to share with you guys this video. Oh wait, I already shared it with you guys. Yeah, and that's the story of the rock ballad for Heavy J. Again, guys, thank you for joining me today. Again, announcement, I am changing. Next week, we are changing. We're moving Hey Rockstar to Thursdays at 5:55 p.m. Central instead of Tuesdays, because things are happening on Tuesdays that I kind of need to get involved in film-wise. And again, this has been a product, or just in partnership with Low Budget Productions. If you guys are watching on Facebook, I encourage you to go to Low Budget Productions. As you see, it's spelled right there. Like it. And if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share this with everyone else. I'm not going to take any much more of your time, guys. I've had a good time sharing the story. And, oh yeah, Miguel, you still there with us, buddy? Oh no, Miguel went to sleep. Either that or my phone died. Whatever. Y'all, thank y'all for joining today, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week at Thursday at 5:55 p.m. Much love and many blessings.